Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And off to the shotgun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another cup.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. That's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go with a direct snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it for the young man. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on 3rd down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The kick is on its way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Leaves it with the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today. Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the button, try to make a big play. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds.
and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the quarterback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for the miss.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Buys a little extra time. Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Huskies headed quickly to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He throws one to the left. Runs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big play. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain.
There he goes. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that are always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leader, Washington. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. LSU right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's out. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved. Out in the perimeter of space, we can do some damage. That time they got it to him. Throwing the football, picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the quarterback will be slung back to the 43.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country. They were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Wide open downfield. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. It's a draw. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. That'll be first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Finds his man. It's Harris. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. To toss it. Short hands, it's Powell. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you. Running it between the tackles, he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's looked up at his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but we're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Using his legs to buy some time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right. Don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to it. They hit him. Force the incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. capturing him and finding him.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D lineman will already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Might as well give it to him again.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on fourth.
And you race into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's going to fire to the left. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Lewis to throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Waning second to the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He picks it up at the line. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, they'll snap it on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little.
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for space. It's Powell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, just a great job on the defensive side. That's your job. Be stout up front. Stuff them on play. Make them get more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. They stop him short of the marker. They'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end. Great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Try and play action. Throwing right. Complete downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Right on the money. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first. Come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. LSU put to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job of containing by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal bowler on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the inside. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that one really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive men.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Knocked down the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down. And they'll turn it over.
More offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Sends it back in motion. Here comes the option. Well, they'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Green. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The RPO. Runs it breaks up the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive. That's obviously a massive blow for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They want to run this quarterback.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play conservative, put the ball away, and count on the defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. With snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Looking to throw again. Ball near the sticks. It's Watkins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. To the air on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on him. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He's not afraid to go deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. LSU right back to the line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense under.
Throws for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They were really starting to put a drive together after a couple of incompletions. Now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That's reeled in. It's Powell. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A first down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll pull it on the read. And he gets it back to the 4-yard